Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing on this wonderful, what's today? Thursday? It's Thursday. Y'all. Y'all doing okay? Okay. Oh, yeah, y'all know I said I was coming back to talk about this because, baby, this case was interesting. And I think the thing that bothers me the most is that I'm good and I'm good, Gamma. I'm good, honey, boo boo child. I am good. Um, I think the thing that bothers me the most is that these people were blaming the girl. Like I reached out to her, y'all, but let me check. Let me see real quick. I reached out to her because I really want to interview her. Um, but let me see if she I don't even know if she read my message. I told her I'm willing to pay her too. But because that's her time. That's her time. But I reached out to her because I really want to know, like, I want to know how she's feeling. You get what I'm saying, B? And I think I want to know because how do a person get to that point? You know what I'm saying? And everybody blaming her, talking about she should be charged. And I don't agree that she should be charged. Let me tell y'all why I don't agree she should be charged. Because people are saying it's her fault because he put her up, she put him up to it. He testified. He didn't testify, but in his confession, he said he didn't tell nobody what he did, not even her. He was actually trying to use her as an alibi. That's what he was trying to do. So basically, Gamma, he was guilty on all charges. I still forgot to get that fifth charge. First degree murder, of the woman. Hey, Indigo. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about this. First degree murder of the lady, the baby mama. First degree murder of the baby. Kidnapping charges. Neglect to a child charges. And his one more charge. He had 5 charges, but he found guilty on all 5. And he was sentenced in the 2 murder. He's never getting out. I don't even know why the court got to waste their time to sentence him for the I don't know why they got to waste their time to sentence him for the kidnapping and the neglect and the other charge, but they do. So he go back to court August the 31st for those sentencing. And hopefully, people get to do victim impact statements because I want to hear, her mom, she said yesterday when he was being sentenced, her mom was like, he hasn't been she was like, I haven't slept in 3 years. She said, and last night, because he was found guilty the night before last, she said, and last night was my first night getting sleep. Let me tell y'all, this judge, y'all, if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This judge, baby, she wanted this case over with. Let me tell y'all how she wanted this case over with. Baby, she made them come to court on Saturday. She had them in court one night at like 7:00 at night. Baby, she wanted this case over with. The case when it was 7 days. She wasn't playing. She wanted this case over with. And she wasn't playing with the prosecutors or the defense attorneys. She wanted it over with. But basically, he was found guilty on all 3 charges. Once he was found guilty, what I've never heard of girl, that's what I said, Gamma. I was like, Saturday court, she said we gonna get it together or y'all gonna be here on Sunday too. But she did make them come. They had court on last Saturday. But he was found guilty on all 3 charges. He got automatic life for the 2 murders. He go back in on October the 31st for the other 3 charges. Now, the thing that gets me, the reason I really wanted to talk about this, and that's why I wish that she would have reached out to me so I could interview her. But the reason I really wanted to talk about this is the girlfriend, because guys do crazy stuff, right? Women do too. I'm sorry, not just guys. Do crazy stuff for women and men. We do. We've all heard of the show For My Man. Do crazy stuff. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, they whatever happens, happens. You can't blame the other person because um, one person is wanting to do what he have to do because he's so in love that he can't say, okay, let me just get it together. You know what I'm saying? Accept responsibility. He wanted this girl so bad, y'all. I mean, he wanted this girl so bad that he killed for her. You get what I'm saying? Because she was saying, let's see how it go. But you could tell she would have eventually took him back. Like my daughter was saying, because my daughter was watching the case with me, she was like, Mom, this probably would have just been another fling for him. He would have been on to the next lady and just had two kids. Like, but he chose the route of murdering it. I mean, unaliving that girl. And it's unfortunate for her family. It's unfortunate for the girl. I really really feel bad for the girl Artesha, and I feel bad for her because so many people are attacking her. She on her page like, y'all want to be my friend so bad. Y'all would never be my friend on this page, and I get it. I really do. I get it that let that girl live her life. If I was her, I would move because I know a lot of people in Memphis probably got it out for her. I would leave the state. I literally will because I know it's gonna be hard because she got a little baby too. Her baby is like 3 or 4 or something like that. So she have a little baby too. It'll be hard to leave when you're in that type of situation. But I wouldn't be able to stay, honey, because the way them people coming at her, especially the people, the funny thing is she still work at the FedEx. She still work at the very place where all of this took place, y'all. But I was just like, I'm just glad this man was sick, y'all. I mean, sick. If y'all would have heard them text messages, did I make notes? I would be mad if I ain't make notes. I didn't. But if y'all would have heard those text messages, um, how he was telling her, he was like, he at the hospital the whole time he unaliving this girl, he texting the girl that he really want to be with, and he letting her know I should have followed this story. And Gamma, listen, it was so good, Gamma. It was like, I mean, it wasn't good, but it was interesting, I should say. And let me tell you, it was just horrible just listening to these text messages because while he's sending his text messages, he's en route. The day before he unalived the girl, he Googling can bullets be traced? So this was all premeditated. He sat at the hospital with that baby and that girl that night, knowing he was gonna unalive them the next day. The 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 very next day. Because she was born on January the 31st. She was deceased February the 1st that night. She was born that morning, January the 31st, early in the morning. And February the 1st at 10 o'clock, she was deceased. The crazy thing is, y'all, they said, I don't believe he threw that baby in the river. Let me tell y'all why. I don't believe he threw that. I believe he did something. The baby has never been recovered. The baby is still just out there. So the baby has never been recovered. They did have divers in the river. Just so happened that night, it was a night storm. And so they called off the search. So anything could have happened, but you threw that baby in that freezing river if you did that. And I don't believe he did that. Let me tell you why. Because he unalived the mother in one location, took the baby, put the baby in his car, went home, took a shower. He had this baby. He didn't take the baby in the house because they got the mother's ring cameras and stuff. He did not take the baby in the house at all. Didn't take the baby in the house. So they say the baby was in the car, but nobody is able to verify that because you couldn't see in the car because it was nighttime. So you couldn't see inside the car. But he took the freaking baby, y'all, to the house. This is the story that he took her to the house. And once he took her to the house, he went in the house, checked, had a shower. And this is why I don't believe she was in the car because ain't nobody hear that baby crying. She all this time, that baby would have cried. You get what I'm saying? The ring cameras or something would have caught a cry. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I'm thinking, like something. I'm thinking outside the box because I can't believe the prosecutors and the detectives and nobody else thought outside of the box. Because how is this baby in this car while you in here showering? After you shower, he had the baby for almost 2 hours before he went to the river. Then he claimed he went to the river. He threw the gun in first. Then he tossed it. That's how he said it. He said, I tossed it. The detectives was like, you threw her by her arm. He was like, no, I threw it by its leg. Calling the baby a it the entire interrogation, y'all. He was calling the baby an it. And I'm just like, I just don't believe I don't believe he threw that baby in the river. The baby has never been recovered, but I do believe he did something more detrimental to that baby. You think the baby could have been asleep? I mean, could have been, Gamma. It was a newborn. She was a brand new baby. She could have been asleep. But the reason newborns eat, Gamma, what, every 2 hours? You think every 2 to 3 hours, right? She left her mom's house at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. She went to meet him. So the baby in the car seat. She ain't fed the baby because the baby in the car seat and she's driving. Nobody is there but her and the baby. She went to meet him. He unalived her, took the baby. At some point, now he unalived her. He shot in the car. That should have woke the baby up. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I just don't believe, Gamma, that I don't believe that baby. I believe he did something to that baby prior to going to that river. He threw the gun in the river. Yes, that's what I believe. True, that would have been a long time, right? That's like babies eat every 2 to 3 hours. It was a newborn. You know what I'm saying? She would have woke up sometime. First, she knew she's getting used to her surroundings. You get what I'm saying? You know, we've all had kids. You get used to your surroundings and understand, you know, where things are going, how kids are. What is this? Oh, nothing. How, you know, she's trying to get used to her environment and all that. I just don't believe he threw that baby in the river. And he could have, but I don't believe that nobody heard that baby cry. The ring cameras didn't catch it. Because you would think when he opened the car door or anything, the cameras would have caught her crying. Anybody, anything would have caught her crying, but nothing. And I just don't believe that baby was in the car. I believe that he did something prior to going to the river. I could be wrong. Now, the investigation, baby, that investigation was sloppy. I'm very thankful that he still got convicted because they assumed that the girlfriend had something to do with it, but they didn't test her for anything. They tested only him, only him. They didn't test her for gunshot residue. They didn't test her for blood on her. They didn't do none of that. Thankfully, he still got convicted. The thing is, though, her digital footprint is what cleared her. The whole time she's at her house, or she went to her cousin's house, which is what she told them, because she said she had to go to her cousin's house to take a deposit for her nails or something. Whole time is her digital footprint is what cleared her, and that's why I don't believe she had anything to do with it. And she was texting him the entire time. Just wanted to hey. But yeah, so I don't want that to show on live. So yeah, you know, she it was just wild. It was just a crazy thing. And I just don't believe she did it because of her digital footprint. I don't think she had anything to do with it. I think that he wanted that girl so bad and she was unsure if she wanted to be with him because he had another baby. Now, why she was unsure, I don't know, because the girl was already pregnant when him and her started messing around. So I don't know why she was unsure on whether she wanted to be with him or not, because the girl was already pregnant. But it's just like I said, the investigation was sloppy. They didn't test her or nothing. So thankfully the jury looked over that. But they didn't do none of that. And it was very unfortunate, for well, it turned out to be a good thing because he ended up being convicted. But I was just so sad, y'all. Like, I'm listening to this case, and all I could think about really now, I feel sorry for Danielle too, the mother. I felt really bad for her, but an innocent child, the girlfriend's child was not his. Right. The girlfriend that he wanted, because they both was kind of his girlfriend, because he was telling both of them he loved them. But the girlfriend that he wanted, she had at the time had a 6-month-old baby. Her baby like three, because this happened 3.5 years ago. So her baby like 3 or 4 now. So she had a 6-month-old baby at the time, and the girl that he didn't want the child by, she had she had a 10-year-old daughter as well, y'all. She had a 10-year-old daughter, and the mom was saying, because they was on past that cussing pastor. I never watched him, only I watched the interview, because 3 years ago when this happened, he did an interview with both of them, the girlfriend that he wanted and the mother. He did an interview with both of them. And on that interview, on that interview, um, the mama was saying that the sister, her other daughter, yeah, she had one more daughter, Gamma. She had a 10-year-old daughter, and her daughter was saying, she said every day she was asking, did they find my sister? Did they find my sister? And she was crying about her mother, of course, but she knew her mother was deceased because of that. But because the baby has never been found, she was just asking daily, did they find my sister? Like every time the police would come to the house, I guess to get more information, she was asking, did they find my sister? But the little girl looks like, I follow all of them on Facebook. She appeared to be doing well. She just recently turned 13. And they do have a page for her honor. The parents do. And I think the page is called Updates on Danielle and Kennedy's Case. And they was posted in there like crazy when the results came in for him being guilty, as well as for him getting automatic life. I don't know. Tennessee does have the death penalty. I don't know why the death penalty was not on the on a table for this. I don't understand why it wasn't, but I get it. Maybe the family didn't want it. Death is too easy to me. Like, I think if I was to ever get in legislation, baby, let me tell you something. This ninja would be in the daggone I would be, he said he threw the baby in the water by her leg. Baby, I would be holding him by his leg, dumping him in the Mississippi River. Let him till he almost didn't lose his breath, bring him back up, take him back down. I would do if I was in legislation. Death is too easy. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't give him the death penalty, because then he has something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? He has nothing to look forward to now. You get what I'm saying? He has to sit behind them walls for the rest of his life until he passed away. I think he's going to, yeah, I ain't playing. I think he's going to unalive himself in there, y'all. He doesn't look strong, but the girlfriend that he wanted, her name is Artesha, because let me quit calling him the girlfriend that he wanted. Artesha is the girlfriend he wanted. Danielle, girlfriend that he unalived. Artesha was saying on when she was on the stand, she was like, they was asking her about him, and she was like, he just had a lot going on, and I didn't want to deal with. She said it wasn't just the baby. She said he had a lot going on. He was going through a divorce, so there was a third woman. He was going through a divorce. He was only 25 years old. He was married for 5 years, so he got married when he was 20 years old. He was going through a divorce. She was like, then he got another baby on the way. She said, then he was having issues mentally. She said it was just so much going on. That's what I didn't want to deal with. And he didn't understand that. So in his mind, it was only this baby. It was only the baby. She dodged the bullet. She did. She did. And her mom, she's very close to her mom, and her mom had him because he was married. All this night, all this was supposed to happen. This man was literally just creating him an alibi. She said he shared his location with her. He ain't never did that before. He shared the location. He told her to bring him some food. He went to her house after the them showered and threw the baby in the river. He went to her house. He literally was just trying to create an alibi. That's all he did. And if you listen, baby, the prosecutors, baby, what are the prosecutors, baby? Baby, that man. Oh, this side. Baby, that man, let me tell you, that man wasn't playing with them. He was not playing. I was like, okay, prosecutor, do your big one. Hey, baddie girl. I was like, do your big one, baby. He was over there going in, and I do mean going in on the witnesses, especially that one, because the only witness that the defense had was somebody trying to say he was supposed to be some type of expert on coerced confessions, and he was trying to say his confession was coerced. And no, it wasn't. The only thing that man said is you're gonna be dodging roots for the next 50 years. You're gonna be dodging roots. But I don't think his confession was coerced, baby. He tore him to pieces. The prosecutor, when he cross-examined him, baby, he tore him to pieces. He didn't know how to act. He said, how much they paying you, bro? How much they paying you? He was like, my cost is $115 an hour. Oh, so you getting paid the good money to come up here and say that this confession was called, baby. He tore him to pieces. And when he got to that, when they did the closing arguments, baby, he was like, well, not the closing arguments, the sentencing. He was talking about, what was he talking about? He was talking about they had a character witness for, the defense brought a character witness for Brandon, saying, oh, since he's been in jail, he's completed this, he's completed that, he's completed this. He was an ideal employee at FedEx. He got the Excellence Award. He got Employee of the Year. Maybe that prosecutor got up there. He said, congratulations on getting Employee of the Year. Well, thank you to you. Congratulations on completing your plumbing license. I don't know if that's what it was, but it was something. Congratulations on completing this license. Congratulations on completing that license. Danielle and Kennedy will never be able to do those things. Never. So he was talking to the jury like, listen, this is a lot. He doesn't need a second chance. Although he would have been, if they wouldn't have gave him life, if they wouldn't have gave him automatic life, he would have had life with parole, but he still wouldn't have been able to get out for at least 51 years. He's 27 now. He would have been almost 80 by the time he get out. But even then, you know what I'm saying? No, sit there and rot. His parents put their house up. His parents put their house up for an attorney, knowing this boy was guilty. I told my kids, I said, you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. Because I promise you something. If you ever do anything like this, I promise you my house, baby, you're going to have a public defender. I'm not going through this. No. Like you just out here wasting taxpayers' money. You just out here wasting your mammy's money, wasting all kind of things. Hey, church girl. Hey, listen, baddie, I'm not playing. Ain't gonna have, baby. I'm not putting up nothing. You play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. And that's for real. I'm not putting up nothing. Because you just out here wasting. He pled guilty. I said ain't nothing, but he done got to that dang on jail and let them fools convince him to retract his statement, knowing you committed the crime. He pled guilty at first. You gonna waste the taxpayer money, 3 years of research. 3 years of research, wasting taxpayers' money, wasting accounting money. That's still taxpayers' money. And waste your mammy money. It's so easy to get in trouble and so hard to get out of it. Listen, Batty, a hot mess. And I just, like I said, it was really, I feel bad for Danielle and Kennedy. I mean, because they lost their life. That's the ultimate price. You get what I'm saying? That is literally the ultimate price. But Artesha is still here in this world. And the way people are attacking her for a decision. Hey, Embryo Boo, for a decision that the man made. I just don't think that's right. He said he told nobody about this. He said that in his confession. Her digital footprint cleared her. She was nowhere near the crime scene, but his phone was all there. Why are y'all blaming this girl? What's wrong with y'all? Like, it's sickening to me. if I was the parents, I would have been scared for him to be around me. I would have had to had to let him go, Gamma. Like, you can't stay here because, baby, and all their addresses out there. I'm sure by now the parents them probably sold the house because they were saying their addresses in court. Did you go to such and such Stacy Court? And I'm like, God dang, they just got all. I mean, I know that when something like that happens, it's all public record, but honey, they had all his little information out there, honey, all of it. They like, listen, this is what it is. So hopefully his parents to move because I'm not blaming his parents for what he did. That was an act on him. But yeah, and his brother, her brothers, the girl Danielle, brothers and them were looking for him. And so many people were saying, man, I wish the brothers would have got to him before the police did. But the only reason the mom called the police is because she said people are calling, threatening my son. His mom called the police, and that's how they caught him. Her body had already been found by the time his mom called the police and said, my son is getting threats from people about their sister being missing. Listen, this was a horrible case, y'all. It was really, really horrible. And it's very unfortunate that two people lost their lives, in the midst of this because men can't control their penis. And they're both responsible for having unprotected sex. Both of them are. It's both of their responsibility to be protected. But once y'all both make that mistake, honey, you made your bed, you got to sleep in it. So you knew you didn't want no more kids. Whether she wanted to use protection or not, you should have protected yourself. Because even Artesha said she had 2 abortions by him. She said he told me he didn't want no more kids. She said, but I didn't want no more kids either. She said, so I had 2 abortions. But honey, that is sad. Wait, why did the brother get threats? No, he got threats from the brothers. The mama had 9 kids. Danielle mama had 9 kids. Now I don't know how many boys and how many girls, but Danielle mother had 9 kids, and baby, I'm sure all her brothers wanted to. They wanted at him. They wanted at him. But his mom called the police and said, my son is being threatened by Danielle's brothers. And that's how the police got to him. So while the police was at his house taking a report about threats, the call came in that they were looking for him and the police was already at the house. Honey, it was crazy. It was crazy, y'all. But yeah, y'all know I just wanted to come on here. I like to keep my word when I say I'm gonna go live. So yes, as they should. Yes, they wanted him, Gamma. They wanted him, honey. And I'm like the rest of the people. I just wish they would have got to him because let him get that good butt kicking before he, go to jail. Let him see it, But I think when he get to jail because of the baby, baby, they gonna tear him to pieces. And he look a little fruity anyway. He look like he look like he might like a little man sometimes. So, honey, because I'm on live too, so I can't fully listen. This sounds interesting. Yes, sis. Oh, you on TikTok or you on YouTube? I'm about to get off and I'm about to come over there on your TikTok. I meant to go live on TikTok too, but I just forgot. But yeah, I'm about to get off. I just really wanted to come and talk about it because I wanted to keep my word. I know that the case is out there. It can be searched, you get what I'm saying? But it was very interesting to watch. Like I told y'all, I watched every single second of the trial. He's about to have a man all the time now, right? Girl, that's what, and listen, I couldn't believe the detective because when his lawyers cross-examined the detective that interviewed him, thank you, sis, that did the interrogation. Let me like it. Why is not letting me like it? Oh, there it go. Girl, when his attorney cross-examined the one of the lawyers that did the interrogation, he was like so what did you mean by the dodging dick statements? The dang old investigator girl laughed on stage. I couldn't believe he laughed. I'm like, the jury probably like, what the heck? He laughed on stage when he was like, she was like, what do you mean by dodging dick stage? Because he told him, Brandon, you need to tell the truth. You need to tell us what happened to that baby, or you're gonna be dodging dicks for the next 51 years. I was like, because they played the whole interrogation too, honey, y'all. Y'all, it was interesting to watch, but I know it's probably old to y'all now. But yeah, it was interesting to me. And I will be back there October the 31st to watch the what you call it when he gets sentenced for the other thing, honey. Yes, I am going to be back there. But anyway, y'all know it's 7:20. I'm about to take a shower and I'm about to go to bed because I've been tired lately trying to stay up to 9 o'clock, Gamma. I've been staying up to like 9:30, and that's way past my bedtime. I've been literally tired. And I'm like, yeah, I got to start back going to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock because 9 o'clock is too late for me. I get up and I be exhausted. And I was catching your live out earlier too, Gamma. I don't know what you was talking about because by the time I got in there, it ended. I don't know what happened. Everything's for the support to the channel. Um, you've been trying to be girl, yes, but I got in your live, Gamma, and I was like, it ended or something. I don't know if it went down, but I was reading the comments in there since I was in there. I did speak in there. My comment did go through, but I don't know what happened to your live. But I was gonna catch the replay. But you were saying they were saying something about, oh, excuse me, when you don't get enough sleep, your cortisol levels. And I was like, dang, that's interesting. Cause I notice when I'm tired, I literally do be craving sweets. I fight it. I just drink water instead. Cause I'll be like, you can't have it, girl. You can't have it. Oh, I was talking about setting small goals for a big impact in our lives. Okay. I'm gonna catch the replay because when I got in there, it was, I don't know if it ended, but your thing just kept repeating. It kept repeating the same thing. I said, oh, the live must have ended. So it was repeating like the last 5 seconds of it. But I am definitely gonna go catch the replay, honey. I'm about to take a shower and take my butt to bed because baby, I am tired. I am going to sleep. I will be asleep before the sun go down. Okay. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for engaging. I appreciate this is great, y'all. Have a good day and stay safe. You too, Batty. I want to talk about the Cardi B stuff. Girl, you talk about it. I'm going to come on over there. You talk about it because I don't really like to talk about celebrity news, but I know you be doing it. But honey, I just wish I felt the little thing that you sent, like that Instagram the Instagram thing about the girl, because I do believe that Cardi could have took the higher role. I do believe that she could have, but we can't tell people how to react, especially when they come for our kids. You get what I'm saying? Like the girl said, we all see that culture is not ugly. We see she not ugly. Nikki is just really hitting low, calling the new baby a monkey. Like Nikki is so jealous of that. I used to like Nikki, but I can't mess with Nikki no more. I can't do stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? I know I don't talk about people kids out here, but that's because they talked about mine first. So like I said, you can't tell people how to react. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. Nikki needs to get it together and get off that Tony Montana. Yeah, honey, I heard a little about it, but I need details. Girl, Gamma, they just been going in on each other. It first started with something about the album. Cause Cardi, I haven't listened to it yet, but I think I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow. I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard Cardi album is fire. But Nikki has something negative to say about it. And once Nikki said something negative about it, Cardi was like, "Why are you competing with me? Like you should be competing with people bigger than me because baby, you've been out here for a long time. I ain't been out here that long." So I did see that, and then she started calling Cardi B kids ugly, and Cardi started calling her kids slow, her son slow. Talk about he almost 5 or however old he is, and he can't talk, he can't spell his name. He on the spectrum. Like I was like, ooh. But Nikki came for her kids first, and now she's still talking about her kids. Talk about some culture. It's unfortunate your mama bringing another little monkey in the thing. Girl, I'm gonna listen to it, Gabrielle. You know how I get with my Cardi. You know how I get with my Cardi. I love Cardi. So I used to like Nicki too. Like I hated that they were beefing because I did like both of them. Cardi lives in her head rent free. Yes, she does, but I can't mess with Nicki no more. Like that was just first of all, you too big for that. You get what I'm saying? I understand the people in the sector who do it because you know you ain't on their level. You ain't got that kind of money. You get what I'm saying? But Nicki, you too big for that. You way too big for that. You way up there. Like you didn't have to go that low. You didn't have to do that. You too big for that. Like you got stuff to lose. You get what I'm saying? So she said his favorite color is fire. Who said that, Cardi? I didn't see that one, Brielle. I gotta go. I gotta get on Twitter because I heard this is happening on Twitter. But I just been seeing all the screenshots. I didn't see that one. But oh my god. I gotta go see it. Oh my gosh, I don't go on Twitter often, y'all. I probably be on Twitter maybe 3 times a year. I don't go on Twitter. I don't like Elon Musk, so it's hard for me to support anything that's he's involved in. Like they be like Teslas and Cybertrucks, and I just don't like that man. So it's hard for me to support the stuff that he's in. No, embryo Lord. Listen, I got to go check it out. I literally have to go check this out. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go to Twitter, but Lord have mercy. That is, I don't promote it, Batty. I don't, and I'm like the girl. Cardi could have took the higher road, but you can't tell people how to react when they come for your kids, baby. When they come for your kids. Now, Abrielle have been able to, she definitely gives that she be on that booger sugar. Abrielle have been able to ignore some people that came for her kids. She'd have been able to do that. So yeah, Cardi could have did it too. Cause you know, Cardi all the way up there. You know what I'm saying? So Cardi could have did it too, but you can't tell. I don't engage when it's about kids. Yeah, it's so unfortunate, y'all. It's so unfortunate. But Nikki a hoe for that. She a real bitch for that. Like she yeah. She she shouldn't have did that. She definitely shouldn't have did that. But I can't fuck with Nikki no more. I just can't. But yeah, y'all, it's 7:26. Girl got to go to bed. I am tired. I am really, really tired tonight. But I will talk to y'all. And Bria, you still alive? I'm about to come over there, girl. I'm about to come over there. Talk to y'all later.